Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotherapy, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care servicing nursing homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank.
Good evening and welcome to Home of Bloodhound Sports. We are live from Jimmy O Field here in Richmond Stadium, home of the Fort Madison Bloodhound football team. I'm Nick St. Clair, and with me tonight is Bill Kester, and we'll bring you the video and play-by-play as Bloodhounds take on Central Lee Hawks. Tonight's game is made possible by our following sponsors: Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Store, Mann's McDonald's, Rashid Drug, Subarena Sandwich Shop, Wonder Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, Midwest One Bank, and the Bloodhound Booster Club. We encourage you to please be sure to stop by and tell them thank you for making this possible.
Okay, good evening. We're about 13 minutes away from starting tonight's game between the Central Lee Hawks and the Fort Madison Bloodhounds here at Jim Ewell Field and Richmond Stadium. We're going to go ahead and hear something from our sponsors real quick.
And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Subarena Sandwich Shop. Been here the taste of the Tri-States. Voted #1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Subarena Sandwich Shop located at 2805 Well. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Subarena Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Back at Richmond Stadium. This is Central Lee Fort Madison football game. We'll go through the starters real quick when we have an opportunity. We go through the starters for tonight's game. First for the visiting Central Lee Hawks, the quarterback is going to be Austin Gaylord. At running back is going to be Jared Brisby and Adam Rooney. They also have a back named Tyler Hopp that'll keep, I think, Fort Madison quite busy also. Split in, we got Dalton Tweedy. On the line we have guards are Gunther Johnson and Zach Waldorf. Tackles Cody Lemaster, Casey Davis. And tight end Aaron Willis. On the defensive side, the defensive line is Davis, Lemaster, Johnson. The linebackers Brisby, Gaylord, Hopp, Tweedy, and Willis. Defensive backs Rooney, Adam Beck, and Evan Poland. For Fort Madison, on offense we're going to have the quarterback Lennon Barker. Running backs are Alex Gully and Quentin Estrada. At wide receiver, we're going to have Logan Allen, Lorenzo Riles, Shan Red Donald, On the line, we got center is Dalton Mabius, Danon Settles, and Sam Hayes, it looks like. At tackle, we've got Alex Lauber and Elijah Barnes. For Fort Madison's defense, we got defensive ends. We got Danon Settles, Elijah Barnes. Tackles we have Dalton Mabius and Alex Kraft. Linebackers are Tyler O'Toole, Lorenzo Riles, the second, Quentin Estrada, and Sam Hayes. Defensive backs is Alex Scully, Chance Red Donald, and Shaymore Red Donald. The roster for the Bloodhounds, for once, seems like we have more players than our opponents. Central Lee has a smaller roster, and looks like quite a few of each team will go both ways. We're down to about 8 minutes. The Fort Madison Marching Band is taking the field, so we're moving our video feed. Because of copyright situation, we need to move our video feed off the field where the band is performing. So we're going to go ahead and check on from our sponsors once again and get ready for the national anthem pretty soon.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Iowa Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotherapy, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window, and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations, plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Mayon's McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the game. And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Submarine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted #1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Submarine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319. 772-5001 at Severina Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumpkin, owner.
Okay, we are back at Richmond Stadium. Okay, we are back at Richmond Stadium for the contest between the 1-0 Central Lee Hawks and the 1-0 Fort Madison Bloodhounds. We're waiting for the band to conclude their pregame entertainment. It's good. Looks. Okay, just trying to get a few difficulties taken care of here for the broadcast. So bear with us while we're trying to get our difficult. I think that might have taken care of it. Okay, we're trying to take care of a few difficulties here.
Once again, our sponsors for tonight: Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Store, Mann's McDonald's, Rashid Drug, Severina Sandwich Shop, Wonder Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, Midwest One Bank, and the Bloodhound Booster Club. Once again, we encourage you to please be sure to stop by and tell them thank you for making this possible tonight and every night as we stream Bloodhound football.
Okay, as the band concludes their pregame entertainment, looks like we have the captains for each of the two teams getting ready to take the middle of the field. Captains for the Fort Madison Bloodhounds are number 2, Chance Red Donald, number 1, Alex Gully, number 14, Quentin Estrada, and number 58, Elijah Barnes. It's like Central Lee's captains coming out is number 30, Austin Lord, number 11, Jared Brisby, number 28, Adam Rooney, and number 63, Casey Davis. The two sets of captains meet with the officials out at the 50-yard line as we're getting ready for the Bloodhounds to take the field. The band is set up for the football team to come out after the ceremonial toss.
Here comes the football team now.
All right, Nick, we're hoping we're seeing some same enthusiasm and effort that we saw last week. That would be really good.
Most definitely. If we could come out and do what we did last week, this week consensually, that would be amazing.
I do apologize, we weren't able to put the national anthem on our broadcast tonight due to some technical difficulties, but we'll make sure to get that included next week. Tonight's officials are out meeting with the captains at midfield doing the coin toss. We're waiting for that result. Central Lee's coming off a 21-14 victory at home versus Keokuk last week. Okay, it looks like the result of the coin toss will result in Central Lee taking possession first for this game. Looks like Fort Madison will kick off from the left to the right. I think this is going to be some kind of contest between these two teams. Being that we're both from Lee County, both of us starting out in a good way last week. So I think it's important that both teams are feeling like it's probably a good thing to get off to a really good start and set a tempo. Fort Madison's getting ready to run out onto the field. We got a very good crowd tonight here in Fort Madison. Most of the stands are filled up. The student section's pretty lively. It's nice to see a good crowd from one week to the next here in Fort Madison. So we thank all the fans for coming out to support this football team. I think we're getting ready for the Founds to go ahead and come out onto the field and meet up in the 50-yard line area, run through the banner. There we go.
See, we're not the only ones having technical difficulties tonight, but it works.
There they come, Fort Madison, coming out on the field, coming through. Meeting up at midfield. Looks like a fired up bunch of bloodhounds. All right, Coach Shipman looks like he's got his team fired up and ready to go for tonight. Nice to see the band out in their nice uniforms that they would have purchased last year. Couldn't be better. Good night for football.
Yes, it is. AJ Nolting about to kick off as we get underway here in just about a moment or so.
So we got Adam Rooney and Tyler Hop back trying to receive the kicks for Central Lee for the Hawks.
Receiving for the Hawks, number 28, Adam Rooney, and number 20, Tyler Hop. Kicking for the
Okay, AJ Nolting kicks off. It's picked up about the 8-yard line.
The 28th, the carrier.
Adam Rooney brings the ball back and is tackled just about around the 30-yard line on the Central Lee side of the field. Kind of hard to tell who made that tackle. There was so many bloodhounds in the area.
Yeah.
Okay, Central Lee has the ball, first down and 10, about the 31-yard line. Ball is handed off to number 28.
Tackled by number 1, Alex Goley.
Looks like Adam Rooney had a pretty good run over towards the Bloodhound sidelines.
They're going to call the first down.
So it's like about an 11-yard gain. It's like number 30 at quarterback, Austin Gaylord. He goes back to pass, rolls a little bit to the right. He passes the ball over, and the pass is complete to number 4, Evan Poland.
A hard hit, nice tackle by Alex Goalie, number 1.
It's like about a 7-yard gain on that. Okay, a little bit of shotgun action here. Quarterback's back to pass. He tosses the ball over. Intercepted by number 11. Shaymore Red Donald, and he set it down the sidelines, and he's all the way back down inside the 5-yard line of Fort Madison.
What a play.
Shaymore Red Donald intercepted that ball and almost took it to the end zone. And Fort Madison gets the first break of the game, and now they're setting up for right at about the 4-yard line. All right. First and goal, Fort Madison. At the 4-yard line. You've got Lyndon Barker. Hands the ball off to Alex Gully, who steps right into the end zone. Right off a right tackle for a touchdown. Alex Gully had it 4 yards out, and Fort Madison has got on the board first.
That was a Fort Madison Partners touchdown.
All right, that's the way to start a game. Looks like A.J. Nolting's going to come in and try to kick the extra point for Fort Madison. Fort Madison trying to get some personnel in there. The kick, the extra point is up, and it is good. Fort Madison jumps out to a 7-0 lead with 10:57 to go in the first quarter. Boy, that didn't take very long, but I tell you, turnovers are going to be important in any game you play, but making a turnover that early in the game, Nick, could be pretty devastating for your team.
Oh, yeah. Come in after a win for Century last week, have a lot of confidence coming in here, and first couple of plays, almost a pick 6. Couple yards shy, then Bloodhounds on the first play on offense, able to punch it in. Get ourselves an early 7-0 lead. So, once again, number 10, A.J. Nolting, is going to kick off.
Tyler Hopp and Adam Rooney are back to receive for Central Lee. Okay, the kick is off, and it's coming over to the side where Adam Rooney is going to pick it up at about the 6-yard line. Comes up, winds through the Fort Madison until he gets wrapped up by number 7, Diego Lozano, at about, let's say about the 34-yard line of Central Lee. So nice run back. Okay, Austin Gaylord back behind center. Adam Rooney in the backfield. Ball's handed off and over left tackle. Tyler Hopp took that carry and brought it up to about the 39-yard line for about a 5-yard gain.
Doug Wells there on the stop, number 3 for Fort Madison.
Okay, the ball's handed off to Adam Rooney. He goes right, he steps out right, goes around the right side and gets a first down. He is tackled by number 11, Shaymore Red Donald, but that will be another Central Lee first down.
So like maybe about 46 or 47-yard line.
I think Central Lee is going to depend on that running game. You know, they've kind of mastered that last year. They do have the ability to throw and throw successfully. So Fort Madison's going to have to make some stops here on some of this running game. Okay, Gaylord pitches out to the back. It looks like it's Hop again. He breaks the tackle, gets outside to the left, and he gets all the way down around the 30-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Chance Red Donald. But that was a large gain all the way down to the 30-yard line of Fort Madison. Okay, Central Lee first down and 10 at the 9:49 mark of the first quarter. 7-0 Fort Madison. Okay, Gaylord is under center, hands the ball off. This is going to be, it's like Jared Brisby, number 11. Gully and Lorenzo Riles on that tackle. Gain of about 4 yards or so. Be second down for Central Lee. 26-yard line at Fort Madison. Gaylord pitches over to Rooney to the right. He cuts in. He gets past the line of scrimmage pretty easy, and for enough for another first down for Central Lee. It's like they're going to be about the 18-yard line. Another good run. Central Lee is, in fact, they're just getting big chunks of yardage on these running plays so far. Be first down and 10. About the, looks like about the 18-yard line of Fort Madison. Okay, Gaylord takes the ball, and he's going to keep it right up the middle, where he's taken down by a host of Fort Madison players, led by number 58,
Elijah Barnes.
Was able to still pick up about 4 yards on that carry. So it's going to be second down, maybe 3 yards. Second down from the 15-yard line of Fort Madison. Gaylord under center, takes the ball, and takes the ball himself right up the middle, and he is tackled about the 5-yard line.
It looks like number 38, Lorenzo Riles, on the tackle. First and goal now for Central Lee.
Well, it doesn't look like Fort Madison's fooling Central Lee at all. They're kind of having their way.
We scared him out of passing with that interception, but run us over pretty well.
Okay, first down and goal from the 5-yard line. Call it the 6 maybe. And the ball is handed off up the middle to Rooney, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown, straight up right off a right guard. So Central Lee answers Fort Madison back pretty quick with a 6-yard run by Adam Rooney to make it 7-6 with the extra point pending. Central Lee's kind of lined off to the left side. Then they bring their linemen in just around center. The extra point kick looks like it's
almost blocked.
It is good by, I believe that was Adam Rooney that went ahead and kicked that extra point to make it 7-7. So I think Fort Madison's coaches are going to need to come up with a little bit of an answer to see, to try to stop that running game of Central Lee. Looks like that was about a 66-yard drive. on about 8 plays. 66 yards for that touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Back to receive for the Lions, number 1, Alex Gully, and number 2, Chance McDonald.
Number 1, Alex Goley. Number 2, Chance McDonald. Back to return.
Kicking the football for Central Lee.
Number 33, the kicker for Central Lee.
I don't have a 33 on my sheet here, so I'm not quite sure who that is.
To our roster, we have, the roster does not contain a kicker, so we'll just have to take our word for it.
Okay, a little squib kick down to Fort Madison is picked up. There we go. Nice run back.
Number 2, Chance McDonald.
Sets Randonald, bring it back almost to midfield, down the 48-yard line. Good job picking that ball up and bringing it back like that. Looks like for a second there, Nick, he was going to go ahead and take that all the way.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
48-yard line, first and 10 for Madison.
So 7:33 left in the first quarter, 7-7 ball game. Fort Madison's back on offense. Okay, Lennon Barker in the backfield with Alex Gully. The ball is handed off to Gully, who goes over left tackle. Boy, he didn't go very far. That is one heck of a tackle by number 11, Jared Brisby.
He maybe got a yard there. Yep, looks like we're going to give him a yard. 2nd and 9 now. 7 with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Okay, on 2nd down, Gully again's up the middle. Makes one move before he's tackled. He gets up close to a first down. That tackle looks like number 56, Dakota LeMaster. So we're going to be setting at about 3rd down and 1 at the 43-yard line of Central Lee. The snap, Gully takes the ball up the middle. He gets into the backfield, and looks like he is going to go all the way for a touchdown. That is outstanding. Alex Gully went right up the middle, made a few little moves, and in he is. 43-yard touchdown run by Alex Gully.
Fort Madison Partners touchdown here for Fort Madison as it's 13-7 pending the extra point.
Well, that didn't take very long, but when you get good field position like that starting out, Nick, I mean, that gives you a lot of enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
A.J. Nolting out there for the extra point. His kick is up, and it is good. And Fort Madison takes a 14-7 lead at the 6:35 mark of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and do a commercial here with our sponsors, who we do appreciate.
You gonna plug that back in?
Expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle.
Okay, Fort Madison going to kick off now. Back, it looks like Rooney's going to look at this ball as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. It was a really good kickoff by Mr. Nolting there. So Central Lee will take over at their own 20-yard line, with Fort Madison leading 14-7, just about halfway through the first quarter.
Last drive for Fort Madison, 4 plays, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Central Lee here heads to the line. Man in motion. It's a pitch pass for a run, and he doesn't go very far, I believe. That is going to be Sunnybrook assist Livy, tackle for a loss.
By Tyler O'Toole. He was in that backfield as soon as that running back caught that pitch from the quarterback. Looks like a little pressure was added there, maybe a little bit of different wrinkle from that last drive. I think we'll be at 2nd down and 10. Central Lee from about the 20-yard line. Okay, handoff to, well, kind of given to. That run went for maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I think that might have been Rooney that took that ball, but with no success. That's going to be 2 runs in a row where they didn't get it past the line of scrimmage. So we're at 3rd down and 10 for Central Lee at their own 20-yard line. See if we can get Fort Madison to get a 3rd down stop here. Okay, the ball back to.
They're going to pass, number 30.
Gaylord's rolling out to the right. Now he's going to run for it.
He's going to scramble and get about 3 yards and then get tackled there by.
Diego Lozano was in on that.
Number 7, Diego Lozano. So it is 4th and about 6 or 7 now. 4th and 7. They are going to punt, it appears. Line up in a punt formation.
We've got Gully and Chance Red Donald back to receive. The kick is off.
Punt. And catch called by
Chance Red Donald at about the 41-yard line of Fort Madison, where they'll start on offense again. I tell you, Nick, that was kind of just what Fort Madison needed defensively.
Oh, yeah. Shut down the run a couple of times, get them to punt, take the ball back.
Okay, Fort Madison back on offense. Lennon Barker with Alex Gully in the backfield. Ball's given off to Gully. He goes off right tackle, takes a step, and gets forward. Just past the yard marker for another, looks like another Fort Madison 1st down.
Penn City current 1st down for Fort Madison.
Alex is getting a chance to get to the line of scrimmage and make a move or two, and that breaks him open to an open spot. Okay, 1st down and 10 again. Ball's handed off to Gully one more time, but this time he's met. He has met Jared Brisby, and Tyler Hopp met Mr. Gully at the line of scrimmage. Might have been lost a yard, it looks like. 1 yard loss, going to be 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11. 4 minutes left as Bloodhounds lead 14-7 over Central Lee.
We're about the 48, 49-yard line on the Central Lee side of the field. Okay.
We're going to get a flag. Looks like Fort Madison celebrating, so it's going to be on Central Lee. And Central Lee's already moving back.
Okay. One of their tackles came up, made contact with the center prior to the snap. So that's going to give Fort Madison a little bit better opportunity here. So it's going to be 2nd and about 6 at about the 44-yard line of Central Lee. Barker takes the snap. He goes back to pass. He flips it outside, just too low. That ball was intended for Quentin Estrada. And number 14, and the ball was just thrown short for incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, about 6 yards to go. Didn't look like Barker really stepped into that at all. He kind of looked like he passed that off his back foot. But now 3rd down. Let's see what we're going to do here. Ball's handed off to Alex Gully again.
Maybe lost a yard on that play.
Okay, that's gonna bring in about 4th down, and looks like maybe 8.
And go with that 4th and 8 with just a little over 3 minutes to go in the first, and they are going to go for it. Lined up to anyway.
Offense is on the field. Barker's back in the shotgun. A little bit deeper than usual. He punched the ball. He goes on and punts it. Thought he might do that. Central Lee had nobody back to really do anything. The ball bounces around inside the 20, where Central Lee will take over. So at the 2:55 mark of the first quarter, Fort Madison leading 14-7. Central Lee is going to take over their next possession on offense. It looks like at about the 17-yard line after that. Punt by Lyndon Barker.
Something you don't plan to say very often this year, but you never know.
Mr. Gaylord is in the shotgun. He takes the snap and hands it off to Rooney, who goes around the right side and is kind of slung out of bounds by number 53, Sam Hayes. Fort Madison stretched that play out really well as Rooney came from the far side in motion, and the ball was handed off there, and it came near side. And like I said, Fort Madison just stretched that out and didn't let him get around the corner, but he was able to pick up about 3 yards on the play. So maybe 4 yards. Second down to 7 for Central Lee. Gaylord takes a snap. He rolls to the right. Being chased. Oh, somebody come in and, that was beautiful.
Flag thrown. One flag thrown.
Chance Red Donald come in, burst in, and took down Gaylord in the backfield, but we do have a flag on the field.
It was a nice tackle. We'll see if it stands.
The officials are in a little huddle trying to figure out what they're going to do here. A hold against Central Lee, and that is looks like it's going to be declined because that was a loss all the way back inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. So Chance Red Donald stung in there and made a really nice play. Looks like Fort Madison's taking a little bit of their linebackers and backs in for putting some pressure back on Central Lee. So now we're at third down and about 13 yards to go for Central Lee.
Last play was a Sunnybrook assist Living tackle for a loss.
Gaylord's back to pass. He throws deep, and that ball is picked off at the 40-yard line by Chance Red Donald.
And he's going to...
Chance Red Donald brings that ball all the way back inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. And, boy, I tell you, that looked like that could have been a big play for Central Lee, but he came across from the middle of the field and come up and took that ball away. And for the second time tonight, Chance Red Donald has brought an interception back just about for a touchdown.
So close. So close.
Yes. 1:45 in the first quarter to go. Fort Madison's going to have the ball at the 2-yard line. First and goal. Alex Gully in the backfield with Lennon Barker. Barker takes a snap, hands off to Gully. Gully up the middle, and he drags his tackler in the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown run.
That is
for Alex Gully.
Partners touchdown for Alex Gully, as it's now 20-7, pending the extra point with 1:42 left in the first quarter. What a game.
Making them big plays on defense. First of all, we're going to do our extra point here. Looks like A.J. Nolting is out there to kick the extra point. Again, Fort Madison is trying to get some personnel in on the line. Trying to extend this lead by another point. And the kick is up, and it is good. A.J. Nolting. Nice hold there. And Fort Madison at the 1:42 mark of the first quarter leads 21-7 over Central Lee. We're going to check with our sponsors here.
For taking and even school physicals, they're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care servicing nursing homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Okay, we're back at Fort Madison. We're back at Fort Madison. And Fort Madison's We're back at Fort Madison. Thanks. And getting ready to kick off here to Central Lee. Kick is off. It's going back to, it's like Tyler Hopp. He's bringing the ball back. And he has hit once. Ricochets off, up over the 30-yard line. Diego Lozano was in on that stop. Okay, let's see if this if our defense can, again, either create an opportunity for us with a turnover or maybe just play some good defense and shut Central Lee down. Gaylord is under center. He hands the ball off to, looks like Gaylord, who bounces off to the right, gets outside a little bit before he's knocked down after about a 4-yard gain, 5-yard gain. Lorenzo Riles in on that tackle on the far sidelines. Got the ball out to the 39-yard line.
About 5 yards.
Second down and 5 yards to go for Central Lee.
Gone just below a minute now. Bloodhounds lead 21-7 in the first quarter.
Okay, flip back to Tyler Hopp, who goes forward. Do some bruising running there. He was hit 3 yards from the yard marker, but it looks like he may have come forward to get himself pretty close to a first down.
It looks like they're going to give him the first down.
Lorenzo Riles and Diego Lozano both in on that tackle. It's a first down and 10 for Central Lee at their own 44-yard line as the first quarter starts to wind down. Gaylord is under center on first down for Central Lee. Hands the ball off. Looks like to Mr. Hopp. Tyler Hopp, I think, forward. But he was met.
Fighting.
He keeps fighting, boy.
And there's 3 flags out on the field. Those all came out quick.
Central Lee, Tyler Hopp did not give up once he was hit, and he moved forward another 3 yards towards midfield, and then there was some extracurricular activity towards the end of that play, and flags went everywhere.
And it's going to be on Central Lee.
Personal foul on Central Lee.
That's a 10-yard penalty, maybe? 5 yards?
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
I'll add them both together.
It's a spot foul, so it's going to come back starting from where that took place at about the 49, so it's going to bring it back to about the 34-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about second down and about right around 20 yards or so to go, as we're down the last 10 seconds of the first quarter with the clock running. Gaylord takes the ball. He throws a quick slant.
Almost
over the middle.
intercepted.
Yeah. The ball went off the receiver's hands. Evan Porin. And it was almost intercepted by one of the Fort Madison defenders with 3.6 seconds left in the first quarter. So Central Lee's going to come up with about a third down. And to me, it looks like it's right around 20 yards. Third down and 20 yards from their own 34.
I'd say so. That's what I like to see.
See what Central Lee comes up with. Ball's handed off to Rooney up the middle. He goes for a short gain.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter, as that was a rush for about 5 yards or so. So we're at the end of the first quarter. Score is 21-7. Fort Madison over Central Lee.
Fort Madison Community Hospital is proud to partner with Fort Madison High School, providing athletic trainer Trevor Beasley, who uses his medical expertise to keep our student athletes safe.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and check from our faithful sponsors.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in...
Okay, we're back already. Second quarter. They didn't take no time to get the second quarter started.
Gonna be a punt.
Central Lee does punt. The ball looks like it's going to roll out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line of Fort Madison.
Fort Madison first to 10. On their own 38-yard line.
Okay, Fort Madison. Ball out, throw out to Barker. From Barker out to Chance Red Donald over on the near side. Some flags are down. Okay. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Fort Madison. I didn't get what the call was exactly. It's like it's a spot foul. Well, that's really putting Fort Madison back.
Yeah, that was a very huge loss.
Okay.
Barker's going to keep it himself. And he's going to rush for...
Fort Madison, Barker took as a keeper there on first down. So now it's going to, he brought the ball out for a few yards, so it looks like it's going to be second down and about 19 yards to go.
19?
Barker's in the shotgun. He rolls out to the right. He is swarmed under and boy brought down on a nice tackle by number 11, Jared Brisby of Central Lee. Way back in the backfield. Fort Madison's now got the ball down at their own 9-yard line. Looks like they're not really, they're going the wrong direction here. Okay, third down for Fort Madison, about 24 yards to go. Barker's back to pass. He launches the ball off to the right. And it is, looks like is it caught?
Nope, incomplete. They're signaling. Beautiful pass, just couldn't get it where we wanted to.
Boy, that ball was, looked there like he maybe a ball, but must have been when he went down. That was a beautiful pass by Barker. This is going to bring down a fourth down and 24 yards to go from their own 9-yard line for Fort Madison. Barker's in the shotgun. I wonder if he's going to punt this again. Yes, he does. He punts it. And it gets out towards around midfield and starts rolling around, goes across midfield before it is down from Fort Madison. That was a really good punt by Barker to get him out of a mess because they were inside the 10-yard line. Now Central Lee will take over at about their own 47-yard line. Okay, Central Lee's got the ball back for their own 47-yard line. Gaylord is under center. Pitches the ball back to Rooney, who gets outside, but was at first wrapped up by a Fort Madison lineman or linebacker, but he's going the other side. He's going the opposite side of the field, and it looks like he might go away for a touchdown. But Alex Gully's tried to chase him down, and he is in. Let's see, hang on.
Yep,
in for a touchdown. I tell you what.
That was quite a play.
Sam Hayes had Adam Rooney wrapped up 5 yards in the backfield on the near side. Had a hold of his jersey. He got loose, went total opposite to the Central Lee sidelines, and went all the way down the sidelines for a 53-yard touchdown run. Well, that's a change of fortune. Central Lee now looks like Rooney's gonna line up here to try to do an extra point kick. Snap the kick, and it is no good. Kick is no good. So that's going to leave us at Fort Madison 21 and Central Lee 13 with 10:03 to go in the second quarter. Just want to mention our sponsors again one more time. Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Store, Mann's McDonald, Rashid Drug, Subarena Sandwich Shop, Wondra Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, Midwest One Bank, and the Bloodhound Booster Club. If it wasn't for them, we would not be able to bring you the Bloodhound Sports live feed of tonight's contest, and we do appreciate them.
Definitely encourage you to stop by and tell them thank you for making it all possible.
There you go. Now, Central Lee, who just really got very fortunate there, I'd say, on that last play. But athleticism of Adam Rooney, it shows week in and week out for Central Lee what this kid can do. Again, number 33, we don't know who he is. He's not on the roster, but for Central Lee, he's about to kick off to Fort Madison. We got Chance Red Donald and Mr. Gully out there. The ball was touched by Fort Madison at about the 35-yard line, but they ended up jumping on it. What looks like to be just inside the 30-yard line, where Fort Madison will take over. Lyndon Barker's in the backfield with Alex Gully. Split out to the right, we got Chance Red Donald. And okay, Barker takes it, hands it off to Gully. Gully tries to kick outside, but there's no room there for anyone. And he is taken down for a loss.
Also about 3 yards there.
Aaron Willis come in and was the second one to actually hit Gully and knock him down, take him down. So Fort Madison looks like they're going to be in second and long again. So Barker is in a shotgun. Gully in the backfield. Hands the ball off again to Alex Gully, who doesn't go anywhere. He's tripped up pretty darn quick. I think
lost another yard. According to our marker.
Very conservative approach there for the second long. Now we're down at third down and about 14. Barker's in the shotgun. And Barker, I think he was trying to draw Central Lee off, which they almost did. A couple guys almost jumped across the line of scrimmage, but he went ahead and called a timeout. So we are at 8:57 in the second quarter. It's 21-13 Fort Madison over Central Lee. We're going to check during this Fort Madison timeout with our sponsors.
minutes after the game. And Fort Collin Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
We're back in Fort Madison with 3rd and long. Barker rolls out to the right, tosses the ball over, and it was intended for Quentin Estrada, but was thrown behind him. So for an incomplete pass. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 14 for Fort Madison at their own 26-yard line. So let's see how Fort Madison is going to handle that. The last couple times they just kept Barker in the backfield in a shotgun position a little further back than normal and had him punt. So we don't know what they're going to punt or they're just going to go for it. I would be a little leery of that. Here's a kick. Yep, Barker almost had it blocked. The kick is kicked over midfield and then finally down by Fort Madison. Just on the other side of midfield at the 49, we'll call it the 50-yard line.
Number 4, Logan Allen there, touched the ball.
So Central Lee will take over. They're going to put it right at the 49-yard line of Central Lee. So they start off in their own territory, but the 1st down and 10, as we got 8:41 left in the first half. It's 21-13, Fort Madison.
I say we probably won't see Lennon Barker punt much this year. Well, then he does it 3 times tonight. So.
Okay, the ball was handed off to Gaylord, went up the middle, and was just hammered down by Diego Lozano and also Danon Settles. Both of them hit him right at the line of scrimmage, and they gave him no game on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 49-yard line of Central Lee. I see why they give Gaylord Rooney the ball. I tell you, he's got a lot of talent, but he's going to have a hard time running up the middle consistently. I think he's like more of an outside runner on this tonight. Quarterback keeper runs up the middle. It looks like he picks up about 5 yards over into Fort Madison territory. So Gaylord picks up, looks like 5 yards. Okay. All right. 3rd down and 5 for Central Lee. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. There's a pitch out to the right, to the left side to Rooney, and he was swarmed in the backfield.
That is a Sunnybrook assist living tackle for a loss, about a 3-yard loss. Look at 4th and 8 here. Alex Gully on the tackle.
Okay, looks like Central Lee at 4th down and about 7 or 8 yards to go. Looks like they're in punting formation. We got Gully back. That ball was off the side of his foot. Boy, that took a absolute turn off of his foot over to the Central Lee sidelines. And I think that kick they're going to start, Fort Madison's going to start with some good field position about the 36-yard line. So that was about a 15-yard punt off the side of his foot. So another break for Fort Madison. Let's see if they can take advantage of that. Leading 21-13 with about 6:40 to go here in the first half. Okay, Lennon Barker is in the shotgun formation. Alex Scully's off to his left in the backfield. And he takes it, fakes a run, tosses the pass over the middle, and hits Chance Red Donald in the hands, and he was struck by one of the defensive backs, and the ball was broke loose for an incomplete pass. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Fort Madison. The ball was a little low. Bring that up a little bit, and I think maybe Chance has a chance to latch onto that and keep his hands on it. So second down, Barker in the backfield again.
And hand it off.
Ball was handed off to Gully, who again is hit by that interior line, defensive line of Central Lee.
Loss of about 2 yards there on the run.
That here in the second quarter, that big defensive line for Central Lee, Gunther Johnson and Zach Waldorfer, where they're getting a push on Fort Madison's linemen, or offensive linemen. So that brings up third down at about 12.
3rd and 12 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Barker looks like he was trying to pass, and then he had to run for it as he got a lot of pressure, and he was brought down at the 30-yard line for another loss, which will bring up a 4th down for Fort Madison at their own 30-yard line. Fort Madison's in that Barker back in there in the shotgun position, a little deeper. Looks like he might be doing the punting again. He does get it off as a punt, and there's nobody back in the back. They're going to let the ball just roll dead.
Number 4, Logan Allen again. We'll touch it. About the 26-yard line.
We're at about 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fort Madison leading 21-13. Central Lee again taking over on offense at their own 26-yard line. Gaylord underneath center here with Jared Brisby in the backfield, I think, with Rooney. There's looks like a illegal motion on Central Lee just before the snap, and that's going to move Central Lee back another 5 yards and start them at 1st down and 15. Okay, so now Central Lee is now first down and 15 from their own 21. Gaylord's under center, hands the ball off. Oh, that ball is fumbled and picked up by Fort Madison. Picked up by, the handoff didn't go too well. Ball hit the ground and was picked up.
Number 38, Lorenzo Rouse, it looked like.
Yeah, I'm not sure who got picked up that ball. It was on the other side of the line, and he brought it back. Again, Fort Madison taking advantage of a turnover. Looks like Fort Madison now is going to have 1st and goal right around the 6 or 7 yard line. So let's see if Fort Madison can take another advantage. Barker takes the snap, hands it off to Gully. Gully powers forward off a right tackle, and he keeps going near the goal line.
He's going to be on the 1 yard line, if that.
Looks like the 1 yard line. 2nd down goal, 1 yard line. Barker's under center, and quarterback sneaks it forward. 33 left in the second quarter. Fort Madison is 3rd down and goal inside the 1. Barker takes the snap, hands off to Gully. Gully goes forward, and boy, I tell you, that Central Lee defense up to the challenge on this one. And again, he did not make it in the end zone, so that's going to bring up 4th down for Fort Madison at the 1 yard line. It looks like Fort Madison's going to take a timeout and decide what they want to come up with here. Boy, Central Lee, Nick, you just get a turnover against you, and your backs are against the wall, and Central Lee played some pretty staunch defense there.
Mm-hmm. Those 21 points, those were, for the most part, when we had the ball within the 10 yard line on offense. A couple of nice interceptions on defense set us up for those plays. And
yeah, that's a good point. When you start 3 drives inside your 10, you better come up with points.
Yeah.
If you expect to win a game.
when in an ideal situation you have 4 plays to go and you only have 10 yards, eventually the defense is going to give some points, and that's what Central Lee's done so far. Despite 21 points, they've looked really good.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, but Fort Madison's taken advantage and made some plays when they needed to get those turnovers. But now they're coming out on offense at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be Barker in the backfield in a shotgun formation. Gully's back beside him in the backfield. We got one player up. We have 2 splits to the right and 1 split to the left. Now he comes up under center. Now Barker takes the ball and it fumbles the ball on the snap, and Fort Madison did not get in. He just had to fall on the ball right there at the 1 or 2 yard line. It was not a good transition. I think Fort Madison saw something there on defense, and Barker changed to maybe a quarterback sneak, what he saw from the defense, but didn't get a good handle on the snap, and that turned the ball over. So Fort Madison makes a mistake, cost them points, and Central Lee's taken over at their own 1 yard line. So let's see how this works out. Austin Gaylord went forward to about the 3, so he picked up a couple yards, give him a little bit of daylight room there. And with 3:36 to go in the second quarter, Fort Madison up 21-13 over Central Lee. Central Lee 2nd down and 8 from their own 3 yard line.
Yes, have an interception right here. Having another fumble.
Gaylord hands it off to Rooney, who gets outside and gets out close to the 15-yard line, which looks like that's going to be a first down for Central Lee. He went off a left tackle.
Tackle by number 38, Lorenzo Riles on the play. And Chance Red Donald, number 2.
And that's good they got a hold of him because he was pretty close to breaking that.
Yeah.
So Central Lee's going to start with a fresh set of downs at the 15-yard line. Their own 15-yard line here with now 2:58 to go in the clock running in the second quarter. Gaylord pitches to Rooney, who's met in the backfield by number 56, Dalton Mabius. He just broke through that line and took Rooney in the backfield and dropped him for about a 3 to 4 yard loss.
Sunnybrook Assisted Living tackle for a loss on that play.
So we're looking at 2nd down for Central Lee. Again, from about their 11-yard line, 2nd down and 14 with just Tyler Hop and
number 56,
Caleb Wood
on
with
the
that
tackle.
Yep. Okay, now we're looking at 3rd down and about 12 yards to go from the 16-yard line. See, Central Lee's got it in their bag of tricks. He goes back to pass, a left foot pass over the middle, and that ball is tipped around, and then from one defender, in and out of his hands, and then Fort Madison, another defender, Tyler O'Toole, picked it off. So I don't know if it was a linebacker or defensive back. One of them got his hands up real high in the air and kind of got a hold of that ball, but was met by a
Fort Madison ball.
All right. They're going to consider that a tip ball, and the ball either was tipped and then intercepted by Tyler, or it was taken possession by Fort Madison and fumbled in the air and picked up by Tyler O'Toole. So Fort Madison, again, gets the ball back at the 23-yard line to Central Lee with 1:23 to go and a 21-13 lead. So let's see if Fort Madison, what they're going to do. Barker is in the shotgun. Takes the ball, fakes to Gully, throws over the middle.
That's put in number 2, Chance Red Donald for Penn City Fort Madison Partners touchdown.
Boy, that was a really nice play. Chance Red Donald just did a a post right down the middle from the right side, and Barker hit him right in stride, untouched into the end zone for a touchdown. 27-13 Fort Madison with the extra point pending here by A.J. Nolting. That kick is up, and it is good. And that is 28-13 Fort Madison with 1:18 to go in the first half. I'll tell you what, Fort Madison is creating their own good fortune.
Yeah.
Central East taking chances in their passing game, and now that's, the third time in their passing game where they've taken a chance and thrown the ball down the field just a little bit into our backfield or secondary, and it's got picked off. And Fort Madison jumps right on it on the first play and goes 23-yard pass from Barker to Chance Red Donald. So, I tell you, this Fort Madison team is something fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Shipman he says he's going to take advantage of his athletes, and he is doing that. That's for sure. Fort Madison's now about to kick off with, again, 1:18 to go in the first half. Fort Madison wants to be pretty smart how they do this, not give up a big play. So Nolting kicks off, comes to the near side, and will go out of bounds inside the 20, which, of course, is a penalty on Fort Madison, which is going to give Central Lee pretty good field position.
And there's a penalty back about where the kickoff was at the 40-yard line. They're going to call it. It's on Fort Madison.
It can be a legal procedure on Fort Madison. So I wonder if they're going to go ahead, and I think they make him re-kick it. I don't think Central Lee has a choice on that matter.
Yes, they're going to re-kick it here. Special teams is still out there.
So Nolting, when he went up to kick the ball, one of our players was over that line just a little bit. And so they're going to get to re-kick. That's kind of fortunate a little bit, I think, maybe.
Yeah, because they would have, essentially would have started with a pretty decent field.
Okay, so Nolting does another kickoff. Here we go. He pounds into that ball real good. Ball goes through Rudy's hands. He goes back, picks it up at the 1-yard line, and he starts to bring it back. And there's a penalty flag down back near the end zone, but Fort Madison tackles Rooney inside at about the 28-yard line on the Central Lee side of the field. But there was a penalty flag back about the 5, 6, or 7-yard line. Looked like maybe some kind of illegal block. Yeah, but push in the back on Central Lee. And that's a spot foul, so that's going to be, looks like that's going to be a penalty from about the 7-yard line for Central Lee. That is really good for Fort Madison because that takes a lot of options off the field, for a 1-minute quick drive or something for Central Lee. So looks like they're going to put it about the 5-yard line. Did they even mark anything off on that?
They did.
First down and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Central Lee, 1:08 to go in the first half. And Central Lee came to the line, then called timeout. So, Nick, as we look at this first half, Fort Madison's offense has been stagnant a little bit, but it's the big plays.
Most definitely. We've had 2 or 3 good interceptions on defense that put us within the goal line here. And by doing that, by getting those interceptions, getting us in the 10 to 20-yard line each time, it set the offense up for good possessions in order to get into the end zone. And with that said, again, Central Lee's defense has looked really good despite giving up 28 points.
Yeah,
it's been their offense shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, Fort Madison hasn't had a really sustained drive in this game that's given any points. They've got to start each time within, deep in Central Lee territory on every drive that they have scored on all 4 touchdowns. So here we're going to start again. 1:08 to go. First down and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Central Lee. Quarterback's takes the shotgun, rolls to the right. Looks like he's just going to try to run it out a little bit. And he was just, Chance Red Donald come up and laid a lick. Their quarterback, Austin Gaylord, just took gave a shot from Chance Red Donald. First, there was a flag down before that.
And they're going to call Chance Red Donald a hit to the head on Central Lee, and it looks like he's going to be out of this game. Saw the ref threw his hat off.
Boy, this is going to be...
I saw a ref point to the head, and there's 2 flags on the ground, waiting confirmation.
First was going to be a flag. The first penalty was on Central Lee back inside the 10-yard line. At about the 12-yard line where Chance Red Donald hit Gaylord.
Thankfully, he's okay.
Just a good hard tackle, but they're going to call a penalty. Let's see what they got here. We've got a hold on Central Lee, and we have a personal foul on Fort Madison. And so they're walking off the ball out to about the 19-yard line. And Coach Shipman's trying to kind of get a little answer there.
So correction, Chance Red Donald will stay in the game.
Okay, that's a good thing. We need that guy. He's gonna have a good game tonight.
Typically when I see a hat fly off an official, usually, NFL rules anyways, an ejection.
Okay, we're going to first down. Gaylord hands off to the running back, who goes forward for about 4 or 5 yards. We're down to about 50 seconds with the clock running. That was over right tackle. That was Rooney with the ball, and Caleb Wood come up with that tackle. He kind of limps off a little bit, but made a good play on that.
2nd and 7. 40 seconds left in the first half.
Winding the clock. They're winding the clock now. 2nd down and 7. Central Lee doesn't seem to be in a huge hurry as the clock winds down about 30 seconds. Gaylord's under center. Hand off to Hop, who goes over left tackle for about 5 yards and looks like probably a first down, which stops the clock at about the 30-yard line. Let's move the chains. 17.7 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to wind the clock now. See if Lee County or Central Lee's going to, looks like they're not going to run a play. They're going to let that ball, the clock wind down to the halftime. So, we are at halftime in the game against Central Lee Hawks, and Fort Madison leads 28-13. Boy, I tell you, this crowd is standing and cheering for the effort and the entertainment that this football team, this Fort Madison football team is putting on. I mean, you can't ask for any more excitement than what the first 6 quarters of this season has been so far. But this game is about turnovers and field position, and then Fort Madison taking advantage of it. And I think they're going to need to do a little bit more sustained drives in the second half, or Central Lee's going to stay a little too close. What we're going to do is we're going to go go ahead and let our sponsors, and we will be back at the end of the halftime show. And we hear from our sponsors. Fort Madison again at halftime leads Central Lee 28-13. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted #1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for Best Sub and Soft Drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severina Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The name Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wondra provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Mann's McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the game. And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted #1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severine Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 2627.
Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wondra provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 22300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Mann's McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the game. And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted number one in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severine Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Pine Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations, plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 and G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Mayon's McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the game. And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted number one in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severine Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Pine Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations, plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Millions McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the... And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, voted number 1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severine Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Iowa Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations, plus specialized home loan center, you're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue G in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Millions McDonald's, located in Fort Madison and Burlington. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how well you eat after the game. And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Severine Sandwich Shop, winner of the Taste of the Tri-States, number 1 in Hawkeye's Reader's Choice for best sub and soft drink. Severine Sandwich Shop, located at 2805 Avenue L. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severine Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Iowa Grove Savings Bank. We're here working for you in Southeast Iowa.
The new Hy-Vee has become synonymous with quality products, low prices, and superior customer service. Our slogan, a helpful smile in every aisle, expresses the foundation of our corporate philosophy. So shop Hy-Vee in Fort Madison, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Wondra Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Doctors Tim and Lori Wonder provide chiropractic, acupuncture, therapies, kinesiotaping, and even school physicals. They're located in downtown Fort Madison at 724 Avenue G. Rashid Pharmacy and Rashid Long-Term Care Servicing Nursing Homes. Serving you for over 40 years with free prescription service, drive-up window and mailing, full line of herbals and vitamins, home health care. Rashid Pharmacy. Call them at 372-2300.
Midwest One Bank, with 26 branch locations, plus specialized home loan center, You're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away from your local Midwest One Bank. Midwest One Bank in Fort Madison at 926 Avenue in Fort Madison, or 319-372-3991, and that's www.midwestone.com.
Okay, we are back at Richmond Stadium for the second half of the Central Lee Hawk Fort Madison Bloodhound football game. We're currently sitting at 28-13 Fort Madison. And we're going to do a little recap of what we saw in the first half for those who are just joining us. Do that in just a moment. Okay, Nick St. Clair is going to go ahead and give us a recap of the first half.
For the recap here, we've had a few interceptions and fumble recoveries to set Fort Madison up. We scored 4 times via touchdown in this game. We had a couple interceptions by Shamer Red Donald and Chance Red Donald to set us up within about 20 yards of the end zone to score touchdowns. And we had 1 fumble recovery at one point late in the second quarter to set us up for another touchdown. Defense has set it all pretty much in this game. Despite the score 20-13, the defense has set up a lot for Fort Madison. Essentially just shot themselves in the foot on offense a few times tonight.
Okay, thank you, Nick. The Central Lee, when they had the ball in that first quarter, they just grinding out that run with that running game, and they were looking really good. They had a long drive, got themselves in the end zone. Their second touchdown was kind of on a little fluky play from a little bit more than 50 yards out, where Mr. Rooney went from one side of the field, almost got tackled, went around the other side, and too much pursuit by the Fort Madison side, and he went for about 57 yards for a touchdown, or 53 yards. But other than that, Fort Madison, when Central Lee's tried to pass, they've made mistakes. Mm-hmm. And Fort Madison has made those interceptions and taken advantage of it when they have, and put some scores on. So starting the second half at 28-13 Fort Madison, Central Lee's going to go ahead and kick off. Again, we have Alex Gully in the back along with Chance Red Donald. And our second half is underway. That ball is looks like it's going to roll around. And boy, I tell you, Chance Red Donald was going to let it just stay there, which would have been a bad idea. And he finally just fell on it after it stopped just around the 15-yard line. So actually, he made a last-second decision to hop on that ball. Thank goodness he did, or otherwise Central Lee could have recovered it.
I think he was hoping it was going to roll out of bounds. That didn't happen, so we had to hop on it there.
It was good to let that roll. In case it did, that would have been a penalty on Central Lee. But so Fort Madison's going to go ahead and start first down and 10 at about their 15-yard line. You got Lennon Barker in the backfield in the shotgun formation with Alex Gully beside him. That ball's handed off to Gully, and Gully goes forward, makes a couple moves, and is brought down just beyond the yard marker by number 11. Tyler Hopp and number 11, Jared Brisby, went on the tackle him after about 11-yard gain for Alex Gully.
So it's going to be good for a Penn City current first down for the Bloodhound.
Okay, first down and 10, 26-yard line of their own. Bad snap, but the ball was handed off to Gully anyhow, and he breaks 2 tackles and almost a third and gets about 8 yards on that carry. Boy, good effort by Alex Gully. Evan Porin was in on the tackle. Second down and 1. We're going to call that a 9-yard gain. Again, shotgun formation. Barker takes the snap, hands it over to Diego Lozano, who just powers his way forward for about 10 yards. And boy, he's just running over people. You're not just going to be able to reach out and grab him by a thigh or something and bring him down. He's just powerful.
which again is good for another Penn City Current first down by the Bloodhounds.
That brings the ball out to our 45-yard line. First down and 10 Fort Madison. Okay. We got Diego Lozano in the background with Lyndon Barker in the shotgun. Oh, Central Lee linebacker was trying to guess a snap count. Ended up coming in encroachment across the line of scrimmage, which is going to cost Central Lee 5 yards. And Fort Madison will start with a very nice first down and 5 right at midfield.
That's what we'd like to see. Right at midfield at the 50-yard line here. About 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Just started playing the second half here as Bloodhounds have the ball. They lead Central Lee 28-13. Barker takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He goes deep for number 2, Chantel Donald, for a touchdown, a Fort Madison Partners touchdown. They'll look at Bloodhounds in 6 more points to go up 34-13 pending the extra kick, or the extra point kick, or 2-point try, whatever we decide to go for.
I tell you what, Lyndon Barker dropped back and he had great protection from that offensive line and gave that play a chance to develop. 50 yards down the field. That pass went about 45 of those yards right into Chet Donald's hands. That was just a beautiful throw and beautiful catch. So A.J. Nolting's lining up for the extra point kick. And that ball was fumbled around, and
2-point try is good to number 38, pass from Lennon Barker. Number 38 is Lorenzo Riles. That's good for a 2-point conversion.
Barker was a holder, and he kind of fumbled the snap that came back to him, so he just grabbed the ball, rolled out with the defense on top of him, and threw that ball out to
Lorenzo.
Is that 58?
Was it 58 or 38?
It might have been. But wow, what a way to start the second half. That was one beautiful pass by Barker, a nice catch. But that offensive line again, they held that pocket clear to let that play develop. That makes it Fort Madison 36 with the 2-point conversion, and Central Lee 13 with 10:44 to go in the third quarter. So Fort Madison's ready to kick off with Rooney and Hop in the back to receive.
There's the kick deep downfield. Take one, number 28. He's going to run, and I don't know, is that a slide or was he tripped up?
Quentin Snyder came over and looked like he just clipped the leg of Adam Rooney as he crossed the 20-yard line, and that was just enough to get Rooney to the ground. So it was a good play by Quentin Snyder, that young sophomore. So Central Lee looks like they'll start out at about their 23-yard line. First down and 10. Okay, under center, he takes the ball, hands off to Hop. He goes over the left side, left guard to tackle, only for a few yards before he's taken down.
Going to give him about 2 yards, it appears.
And Dalton Mabius and Quentin Estrada, I'm sorry. And Dalton Mabius made the tackle there. There's a host of other Fort Madison players in that vicinity. Looks like about a 2-yard gain or so. So second down and 8 from the 25-yard line for Central Lee. Quarterback's under center, Gaylord. And he's back to pass, rolls a little bit to the right. He passes off to the right. And Tyler Hop took that pass in just over the 30-yard line, but was hit really good by Chance Red Donald.
It's going to be a third down, third and about 2 to go.
That was Quentin Estrada that made that nice hit to prevent any kind of further advancement with the ball. So it's going to be at the 31-yard line be a third down and about a long 2 for Central Lee. They're lined up with the quarterback under center. He hands the ball off to Rooney, who goes right over left guard and goes forward to about the 35-yard line or so for the first down.
On the plate tackle, by number 57 of Fort Madison, Dan Saddles. So it's going to be first down for Central Lee.
So just over the 35-yard line, their own 35. It's just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. 36-13 Fort Madison. Quarterback's in the shotgun, takes it and hands off to be Jared Brisby. And he goes forward right straight up the middle.
Finally brought down by number 53, and it looks like 55 of Fort Madison. 53 being Sam Hayes, and 55 Dalton Nabius.
Could bring about 2nd and 7 from the 39-yard line of Central Lee. But Central Lee wants to come out and run this ball. And that's a rollout for the quarterback off to the Central Lee side of the field. And he gets around a player. A little block in the back there. Looked like it didn't get seen by one of the officials. So there's no penalty flags down. But he got outside and was able to get a few more additional yards.
And they're going to mark him out at about 3rd and 4 to go.
About the 43-yard line, it looks like, Central Lee. Fort Madison's bringing most of their players up within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. They're kind of daring Central Lee to throw the ball. There's a pitch to the right, and he goes inside and looks like he's trying to get to the yard marker, and a host of Fort Madison players take the running back down. That was Adam Rooney that took the pitch.
At the bottom of the pile with the running back was number 53, Sam Hayes.
So it looks like Central Lee, who are going to be right at about the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line, 4th down and 1, and looks like they may be going for it here. They're lining up as such they are. So Gaylord is up under center. All right. And he goes back, he takes a handoff, and throws the ball outside to number 82. He receives the ball and is knocked out of bounds just inside the 40-yard line of Fort Madison.
Number 82 is Aaron Wills on the reception for the first down.
Well, that was a smart play. Fort Madison was looking for that power run up the middle, and Gaylord just faked it and threw it out to the tight end. It was a good play. And Brigg gives Central Lee a first down and 10 on our 39-yard line. Gaylord is in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it to Hop, who's in motion. He's coming to the near side and tries to split through before being tackled.
Tackle by number 38, Larry Zarals.
That was good. That's about a 6-yard run. Kind of see that coming when he came in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to bring about 2nd down and 4 from the Fort Madison 33-yard line.
Got 6:40 left in the third quarter. 36-13, Bloodhounds up over Central Lee at the moment.
That ball was fumbled on the snap, and boy, I tell you, Fort Madison was all over that when they saw that ball hit the ground. The quarterback picks the ball back up and brought it right back to about the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo Riles was in on the quarterback in a second once that ball hit the ground. So Central Lee, Austin Gaylord, he dodged a bullet there. So now they got 3rd down and 4 from our 33-yard line. I imagine it's a 2-down territory for Central Lee at this point. He's under center, so Gaylord takes the snap and hands it off to
20.
Tyler Hop.
Didn't get very far, so it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 3 to go. On the 32-yard line.
Okay, so Central Lee's getting the play in. Again, 4th down, 3 yards to go from about the 32-yard line. And it looks like Gaylord is going to be in the shotgun. He's got Brisby in the backfield. He takes the ball himself and finds a little crease on the right side over tackle and gets an easy first down before he was leveled about the 15, 16-yard line. So that'll be a Central Lee first down.
Tackled by Lorenzo Wells, number 38 of Fort Madison.
Lorenzo. First down for Central Lee. They got a nice drive going. Again, they went back to the ground game. And with 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go with the clock running, it's 36-13 Fort Madison, but Central Lee is sustaining this drive. 1st and 10 from Fort Madison's 15. Gaylord takes it, pitches over to Rooney to the left side. He tries to get outside. He does cut the corner and takes the ball all the way down and in. Boy, that's right near the cone. What are they going to call that? They call it a touchdown.
Central Lee. It's going to make it 36 to 19 pending the extra point.
Well, I tell you, that kid, that Rooney kid, has got some kind of athletic ability. He just basically outran the Fort Madison defense all the way to the corner and into the end zone. So a 15-yard touchdown run by Adam Rooney. And now we have the extra point, which I think they're probably going to go for 2 points here, I would imagine. Yep, they're lining up to do so. Gaylord is under center and takes the ball, and looks like he's going to try to throw, and he does throw. And
and they got it off.
Wow, and that was, the quarterback double pump threw the ball for a 2-point conversion. Tyler Hopp ended up catching that ball. So a touchdown, 2-point conversion brings this game to a 36-21 score with 4:28 to go in the third quarter. We're going to check with our sponsors here for just a moment.
And Fort Colony Restaurant, located on 53rd Street and Route 61. Open 7 days a week with daily specials and breakfast served all day.
Okay, we are back at Richmond Stadium. Fort Madison 36, Central Lee 21, 4:28 to go in the third quarter. Central Lee's now to kick off. They had a very successful drive and picked up 8 points on that one. We have Gully and Chance Red Donald back to receive the kick. There's a kind of a squib kick picked up front by one of our players, and he brings it back close to midfield. Trying to see who that is. Pick that up.
Number 13.
Dominique France, junior wide receiver, defensive back, took that squib kick at about the maybe 35-yard line or so, brought it back to the 46. So Fort Madison starts out in an excellent field position. Let's see if Fort Madison can get a sustained drive here, chew up some of this clock and get some points.
That would be nice.
We're starting out with Alex Gully in the backfield with Barker. Hands off to Gully. Gully hesitates up the middle, nothing there. He goes out to the left-hand side, cuts the corner, gets around the corner, and picks up a good first down before being tackled by Adam Rooney near the Fort Madison sidelines, near the 40-yard line of Central Lee. So what an excellent start for Fort Madison.
So on the run by Gully, gets the Penn City current first down on the play. Puts the Hounds in even better field position. With about 4:16 to go in the third quarter. Bloodhounds lead 36-21 over Central Lee.
Barker's in the shotgun. Gully's in the backfield. The ball's handed off to Gully. He was grabbed really quick in the backfield, but leaned forward to pick up a yard on the play. I tell you, that last play that garnered him about 14 yards to that first down, he went up the middle. There was nothing there. There was absolutely nothing there. He just bounced outside and used his speed and athleticism to get outside and get around the corner. So, but now we're at second down, just about 10 yards to go. The ball again handed off to Gully, who goes up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, still going, and is finally tackled inside the 30. Another Fort Madison
Penn City Current first down. Tackle by number 28, Adam Rooney.
So Fort Madison's got another first down. They're about the 28-yard line of Central Lee. In the backfield is now Diego Lozano back there with Lyndon Barker in the shotgun. He hands it to Lozano, who goes forward for a couple yards. Those are good, tough yards, though, Nick, because if that clock runs,
Getting down about the 3-minute mark.
Lorenzo Riles is off, and Chance Red Donald are off split to the left. We got Logan Allen split to the right. Shotgun position for Barker. He takes the ball. He goes back to pass. He throws the ball deep to the left side, and there it is. Oh! That ball was right in the end zone, in the hands of Lorenzo Riles. That hit him right in the hands and just fell right out. And you feel bad for the guy because, boy, Lennon Barker just threw an excellent play. Hope he gets another chance to redeem himself on that one. But beautiful play. Good backfield protection by that offensive line, and Lozano was helping on that too. So 3rd down and 9 for Fort Madison. Hands the ball off to Lozano, who goes up the middle. Powerful for a few yards. So that's going to bring up about 4th down and 7 for Fort Madison.
4th and 7 on the about the 24-yard line. 2:22 left. 26-yard line. 36-21 Fort Madison. And Fort Madison take a minute to think about it.
Okay, I guess they called that a pretty quick timeout, and they're back on the field. We got Logan Allen off to Chance Red Donald to the right. Lorenzo Riles to the left. Gully in the backfield. 4th down and 7. Barker's back to pass, and he throws the ball across the middle. And Chance Red Donald in the end zone, and touchdown Fort Madison. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Outstanding play. Boy, I tell you what, that ball was right on target, and Chance Red Donald took a hit in that end zone when that ball hit him in the hands, but he held on, and he helped redeem his teammate from a few plays ago.
So Barker to Chance Red Donald for the Fort Madison Partners touchdown. Pending the extra point here, it's 42-21. Lyndon Barker's heading back out on the field, and Adrian Olting, the kicker, is there. Looks like it's going to be just a regular extra point try. And we've got timeout, Fort Madison.
Yeah, right before that kick, Coach Shipman went ahead and called timeout. I don't know for what reason they would do that, but I don't know if he's considering going for 2 or if maybe it was a personnel issue. I'm not quite sure. But, boy, what an exciting pass. Straight down the middle, just to the left of the goalpost, where Chance Red Donald pulled that pass in. And like I said, he took a hit. And
he did.
Man, you see, that's one teammate picking up another. Looks like they're coming out to do the extra point now. And looks like they're going to go try to kick it. And A.J. Nolting in for the extra point. Barker holding.
And it's blocked and no good. They're going to call it.
Okay, so we are sitting at 2:07 to go in the third quarter. Fort Madison's up 42-21. That drive. I know we hit big plays and everything, but that looked a lot better drive. That was a little mix of run and pass, a little bit of both.
Whether you want to believe it or not, even though we have 42 points, the majority of these points have come by defense. They didn't necessarily score the points, but they set the offense up in really good positions in order to score.
Yes, and but yeah, again, we need to see that nice sustained drive. These quick hitters are great, but they get you into a slugfest. Fort Madison's looking to kick off here, but let's talk about our sponsors. We got Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Stores, Mann's McDonald's, Rashid Drugs, Submarina Sandwich Shop, Wonder Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, West One Bank, and the Bloodhound Booster Club. Those are all making this possible so you guys can see the Bloodhounds play if you're not here at Richmond Stadium, which is a packed house. I tell you, a lot of excitement. Fort Madison now going to kick off. A.J. Nolting. Beautiful kick by Nolting. Centrally let it go into the end zone for a touchback. Nice, powerful leg by Nolting. Impressive. That extra point kind of looked like maybe there was something wrong in the hole there or something. Don't know exactly what happened. He didn't get a chance to kick that till late, so Nolting's pretty reliable kicker for the Bloodhounds. So first down and 10 Central Lee at 2:07 to go in the third quarter at a 42-21 score.
That previous drive for Fort Madison was 6 plays, about 46 yards, resulted in that touchdown to bring us to the 42-21 score.
There's a handoff off the left-hand side, and Tyler Hopp got through that line somehow, and then he was thrown down by Diego Lozano after like he picked up maybe about 6 or 7 yards. So, yep, 7 yards. He's out to the 27-yard line, so it brings up a 2nd and 10 for Central Lee. Okay, now 2nd and 7 for Central Lee from the 27-yard line. Gaylord's under center, takes the ball, and keeps it, and goes forward, and just pure effort just keeps digging those legs in and picking up yardage. He goes for a first down at about the 33-yard line of Central Lee. Well, looks like they said it was Brisby that took that ball. It looked like it was maybe the quarterback, but maybe it was a quick handoff, so we'll give that to Brisby. Pick up that yardage. So first down and 10. We're going to call it the 32-yard line of Central Lee with 1:07 and the clock running in the first to go in the third quarter.
We got flags on the play. It is on Fort Madison. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Offsides on Fort Madison. So on the pass, it's complete for a first down after the hard hit from Alex Gully, number 1.
Dalton Tweedy took that pass and looks like he got a first down for Central Lee at about their own 46-yard line. Like I said, like Nick said, that was Alex Gully come over from that safety spot and laid a good lick on him and for the tackle. So Gaylord's under center. He's got triple backs. The ball is handed off to Rooney right up the middle. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets for a first down inside the 45-yard line of Fort Madison, down to about the 43-yard line. And we are at the 14-second mark of the third quarter, 42-21 Fort Madison. It looks like Central Lee's not going to run another play as the clock starts with that after that first down marker is moved. So that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Again, Fort Madison 42, Central Lee 21. Good result so far. Let's see if we can finish this off in good fashion with the in the fourth quarter. We'll go a message from our sponsors.
Severin Sandwich Shop located at 2805 Admiral. And also they welcome calling orders, so you can call 319-372-5001. That's Severin Sandwich Shop. Jacqueline Lumsden, owner.
Become a member of the Bloodhound Booster Club today. There are a variety of support levels you can choose. Based on the amount of your donation, you can become anywhere from a sports fan to a top dog. Send money or checks payable to Bloodhound Booster Club, Post Office Box 11, Fort Madison, Iowa, 52627.
Okay, we're back at Richmond Field. Jimmy O Field at Richmond Stadium, Fort Madison, Iowa.
If you're just joining us, we're starting the fourth quarter. It's 42-21 in favor of Fort Madison over Central Lee. And if you're here, you'd think it's a lot closer game than it really is.
The scoreboard shows 21 points, but okay. Quarterback's he drops back to pass, tries to go. He does get outside to the right. He's wide open. He's just running down that right sideline, and he's going to meet Alex Gully, who he gets by Gully and goes in. Looks like for a touchdown. That was a 43-yard run by their quarterback, Austin Gaylord, trapped in the backfield. Fort Madison had like 4 players in that backfield, and he escaped that and had a wide open sideline on that Central Lee side. So now we're at 42-27, one play into the fourth quarter. So Central Lee's out here lined up what looks like to be for an extra point kick by Adam Rooney. But we'll have to see how that goes. Central Lee does their offset lineman, then they bring him in around center. Now the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good, which makes it 42-28. Fort Madison, one play into the fourth quarter. We've got a ball game here.
Like I said, it's it feels a lot closer than what it is, and that just proved it.
Yeah, it feels like the closer, and Central Lee has scored on now 2 really big, long, fortunate plays. I mean, Rooney took one that he was stopped in the backfield, went the opposite direction, went around and went in for a long score. Same thing just happened with their quarterback, Gaylord. Those 2 that's just athletic plays, but has kept them in this ball game. So Central Lee is set to kick off here, get Fort Madison the ball back. Hopefully Fort Madison can get a sustained drive of some sort. Eat up some of that clock, get some more points.
That's been on night number 1, Alex Gully, number 2, Chance McDonald. Back, set to return this kick.
He's been squib kicking this, so let's see what happens here. Now we got it up in the air this time. And it's picked up by Chance Red Donald, who takes off down the middle, makes a tackle or 2. Then he gets drilled right about the 42-yard line, but a good return. Good field position for Fort Madison. So Fort Madison's going to start here in good field position. You've got Logan Allen, that looks like, over to he's going to be split out. Lorenzo Riles is going to be on the far side split. Logan Allen on this side. Alex Gully in the backfield with Lyndon Barker in the shotgun. Central Lee's just sitting on that line of scrimmage.
Alex Gully with the run.
And Gully breaks outside. Nothing inside. He breaks outside, goes for a first down, and big chunky yardage all the way to the 40-yard line of Central Lee.
Really good for a Penn City Current first down there on the play.
Looks like that ball's on the 40, and we're going to call that the 47-yard line of Central Lee. So a good solid run by Gully, who had nothing inside and bounces outside. Strength and speed. Okay, we're split again. 2 to the top. Logan Allen to the right. Barker and Gully, and Gully takes the handoff, and he goes right up the middle. He breaks the tackle, and he goes outside, and he's going all the way to the end zone. All the way to the end zone.
That's good for Madison Partners. Touchdown by Alex Gully.
42-yard touchdown run, Alex Gully. I'll tell you what, Alex Gully, he looks a little fatigued back there playing both ways, and he's just running it up. And that was just a beautiful set of blocking inside by the lineman to the second level, used his athleticism to get outside, break a quick tackle, and then go to the end zone to the corner. Beautiful. And Fort Madison's going to go ahead and A.J. Nolte is going to try to put another point on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. And that's going to, boy, I tell you what, 49-28 Fort Madison. We are 57 seconds into this fourth quarter, and both teams have scored on lengthy plays. Boy, this just, you just feel like Fort Madison better score when they get the ball, because Central Lee's going to keep coming, Nick.
Absolutely.
Now, this is where I think Coach Shipman, Coach Doherty, well, this coaching staff has to put something in their mind where we got to stop this Central Lee. Mm-hmm. They've been fortunate enough to get a couple big plays that should not have happened just because of our aggressiveness. They take advantage of our aggressiveness a little bit. And I think it's time to shut the door on Central Lee. And hopefully this is the point where they do that, put this game away.
To the first half, it was pretty much all Fort Madison defense that got them into the scoring range. And now this half, it's been offense for the most part.
A.J. Nolte kicks the ball over. Tyler Hawk watches it go out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. That's going to be a penalty on Fort Madison. A.J. not too happy about that kick. See what he was trying to do, but it's got a little bit too far towards the sidelines. So Central Lee, due to that kickoff going out of bounds, will take over. On their own, where are we at? Looks like the coaching staff for Central Lee is talking to the head referee.
Looking at about the 35-yard line as of right now.
So I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do here.
So if you're wondering, one last drive for the Bloodhounds. They had about 3 plays. Went about 57 yards and scored the touchdown, giving you 49-28. Hounds over Central Lee's right now with about 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Okay, Central Lee's got the ball at the 35-yard line. Gaylord goes back. He's looking to pass. He tosses the ball out to the side. That ball's picked off. That ball's picked off at the 45-yard line.
27, Tyler O'Toole, the interception.
The ball was underthrown, and Tyler was going to defend his defender, looked back at the quarterback, seen that ball coming, and was right there with Johnny on the spot and got that interception. So Fort Madison, again, that defense takes advantage of a Central Lee mistake. So Fort Madison's with 10:57 to go in the fourth quarter, 49-28. Fort Madison, they're going to take over at Central Lee's 45-yard line. And
if I'm not wrong, I believe that was interception number 4 thrown by Central Lee offense tonight.
Wow. Got Logan Allen out to the right, splits up to the top, and Barker's going to take the snap and hand it off to Gully, who goes over right tackle, breaks makes a tackle, goes for a first down for about a 12, 13-yard gain. Outstanding. Looks like we have our split outs going to be Chance Red Donald. Goalie's going to come off, and Quentin Estrada looks like he's in the game. Logan Allen in as a split out. Lorenzo Riles is up top, along with Chance Red Donald. Logan Allen to the right, and Diego Lozano is in the backfield. Handed to Lozano, who takes it off right, and he's, oh boy, he just about broke that, but a nice tackle by number 4, Evan Pullen, saved a touchdown possibly.
And it's going to be good for a Penn City Current first down by Fort Madison.
Diego Lozano, I tell you, that offensive line, there was nobody there. They just blocked everybody, blew everybody off on that right tackle spot, and Lozano just started running. And he's got it all the way down to our 20-yard line, first down and 10, Fort Madison, on the centrally 20-yard line. And it's handed off to Lozano again up the middle. He just powers his way. He's carrying tacklers. He's down inside the 10.
There we go.
And
so another Penn City Current first down, as we are inside the 10-yard line now.
Gaylord made that tackle on Lozano inside the 10, that first down run. And he just looked exhausted. Maybe that was Rooney. I'm sorry, Rooney made that tackle. He looked exhausted after he took. I mean, this is really taken out. Most of these players are starters for both teams. They're playing both ways. And that's just absolutely taking it out. We knew this fourth quarter that fatigue would kick in.
It's going to be a timeout by Central Lee here with 10 minutes left. Bloodhounds up 49 to Central Lee's 28 here in the fourth quarter at Richmond Stadium, Jimmy O Field.
So Central Lee, I believe they're the ones that call timeout. Is that what you said?
Yes, Central Lee timeout.
Okay. So Fort Madison is going to come out of this timeout with Diego Lozano in the backfield, Chance Red Donald and Lorenzo Riles split to the left, Logan Allen split to the right. Lyndon Barker is going to be in the shotgun formation. We're at about the 7-yard line, maybe 8-yard line, first down and goal. Okay, he hands the ball off to Diego Lozano. He goes forward for a tough couple yards. He just keeps grinding it, gets inside the 5. Boy, he's a load to take down.
Absolutely.
I don't know what Fort Madison was trying to do there. It looked like they were trying to draw off Central Lee, but something looked out of kinks. But you give it to Lozano, he gives you 3 yards.
He's going to do his best to power his way through there.
And he got it about 2 yards. Yeah, about 3 yards. He's down to the 5. So we're down to I got it.
All right, Fort Madison back to the line here.
Okay. Again, Lozano's in the backfield with Barker in the shotgun formation. He hands the ball off. Lozano, he is met. He got the ball in his hand, and he was met by number 11, Jared Brisby, for a loss. I tell you, they were reading that. They knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to bring up third down and about 6. Well, looks like I think they're about the 8-yard line. So it's a couple yard loss. We're at 8:44 and running on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Chance with that on motion. He's going to pass to number 14, Quentin Estrada for the touchdown. That is Fort Madison Partners touchdown to put the Bloodhounds to 55 points in this game, as they lead now 55-28, pending the extra point with 8:29 left in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you, Quentin Estrada was wide open, right over the middle. Barker just bided the time and then finally hit him right in stride, just to the right of the goalpost. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. Fort Madison's up. A.J. Nolting for that extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Fort Madison extends to 56-28 with 8:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Very nice drive off another turnover created by Fort Madison, or I think Central Lee's coach going to have a hard time with some of these turnovers. But what did you say, Nick? 4 interceptions tonight?
I believe so. I think I counted 4 for the night.
Well, when you're forcing a team that's a running team, and I know they can pass, they've shown that. They showed that last week. But when you got a running team, and they're behind, and they've got to play catch up a little bit, they just can't grind it out. When they start to pass, then these are the things that happen.
Fort Madison cheerleaders are doing a great job. I think some of the legs might go flying off here soon with many points as we're scoring.
Yeah, I think they're having to do the kicks for as many points as they got. Is that what they're doing?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, goodness sakes. I tell you, this crowd, nobody has gone home. Most of these bleachers are filled up. The student section's standing the whole game.
You can see Central Lee. They got some folks over there starting to pack their stuff and go.
Yep, it looks like they are, yeah. We're losing a few players, or a few fans from Central Lee. A.J. Nolting with a kickoff. Back over the side. Tyler Hop goes ahead and takes it about the 12-yard line. Cuts it towards the middle. And he gets outside, but he runs over one of the Fort Madison guy and another one. Boy.
Just plows right through him, and I believe he ended up stepping out of bounds for the play to be over.
Wow, that was a powerful running. Knocked over some pretty good-sized fellows for Fort Madison. So, good return. Brings it all the way out to looks like to be about the 43-yard line with 8:20 to go and a 56-28 lead for Fort Madison. Wow. So let's see what Central Lee's going to try to do. Gaylord's in the shotgun position. Takes it, hands it off, and the running back goes up the middle. I'm not sure which one it is quite yet. For about a 2-yard gain.
Huge dog pile of bloodhounds and essentially running back there. It looks like
Heath Honig on the tackle. And Elijah Barnes both on that tackle. Looks like he got about 4 yards on the play. Oh. Can't tell you who the running back was. Never did get to see that. Central Lee, you got Gaylord in the shotgun position. He's got a back behind him. Splits up to the top. Guy in motion, Hop in motion. He's back to pass. He throws it, and that ball is going to be knocked away.
by number 11.
Shaymore Red Donald reached up, knocked that ball away as it got to the receiver. So very good play by Shaymore. So that's going to bring about a 3rd and 6 from their own 47-yard line for Central Lee. 7:25 to go on the clock.
56-28 for Madison over Central Lee, and what has just been an amazing, exciting, fun, you name the word, it's probably there. It's been a great game.
And that ball went to Tyler Hop, and he went around the right corner. Boy, I tell you what, Fort Madison they were up on the line of scrimmage, and Central Lee with Hop going outside just was able to get around that corner for a first down. That was a really good run. If they kept it from going any further than that, but Central Lee's got it down to our 40-yard line now. First down and 10. As that clock continues to run towards 7 minutes. Gaylord's in the shotgun. Pitch to Rooney, who heads to the left, and he will pick up some yardage, stays in bounds, was tackled after picking up about 7 or 8 yards. Lorenzo Riles and Shamo Red Donald on that tackle. After, looks like a 7-yard gain. Ball's on our 33-yard line. Let's see if Fort Madison can get a stop here. You got Brisby in the backfield, Triple in the backfield. Gaylord's under center. He hands the ball off to Hop right up the middle, and he didn't get anywhere. He didn't get anywhere. He was met by, is that 56?
So.
That Elijah Wood, or I'm sorry, Caleb Wood. He gave up 1-yard run up the middle, boy. He was there to meet him. So that's going to keep that clock rolling, which is under 6 minutes, and brings up about third down and about 2 yards to go. Again, we have 2 in the backfield. Gaylord under center. Handoff goes to, I'm trying to figure out which one that was. Right near the first down marker.
He's 70.
That's Brisby that took that ball up the middle, just enough for a first down at the 30-yard line of Fort Madison. So Central Lee will have a first down. They're going to wind that clock. We're at 5.5 minutes. 56-28 Fort Madison over Central Lee at this point.
If you're wondering, a little late here, but our last drive was 6 plays, about 45 yards, resulting in a touchdown, and that was set up by an interception by number 27, Tyler O'Toole, on Central Lee's previous drive. Offensive drive, that is.
Gaylord's back to pass. He's looking. He lets it go. And, oh boy, I tell you what, that was
marvelous effort. That was a complete pass.
Quarterback just laid it out there, and that receiver laid out to try to catch it.
Intended for number...
So incomplete pass.
Intended for number 20, Tyler Hop, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like it was.
20.
Yep. He
great effort by him.
Yes, he really laid out for that. You know, Central Lee's not giving up anything here. You know, they're down. They've given up 56 points. They're tired. They're exhausted, but they are not giving us up. Mm-hmm. Their effort is continuing, as is ours. We've got a few fresh faces in there on defense, I see. That's not going to... The expectations are the same. Okay, Gaylord is in the shotgun with Brisby in the backfield. He goes back to pass. And oh my goodness. Diego Lozano come in from the right end and just took Gaylord out at the 40-yard line for a sack.
So Sunnybrook assist living sack there. Amazing play there. And if you remember back to last week, you want to call it the second string off our defense, they came in the fourth quarter and they stopped the touchdown drive that was about to happen. It was inside the 20-yard line. So they know what they're doing. It was shown right there at that sack. Marvelous play.
Okay, we're setting that third down at about 18 from the 38-yard line of Fort Madison. Gaylord has 2 in the backfield. He hands the ball off to, is that Hop? Or is that Gaylord? I'm sorry, Rooney. Rooney dodges a few tacklers, takes it down to the 30-yard line, which is going to bring up fourth down and about 10. And I don't expect anything different than going for it. Out of Central Lee, there's no reason not to. Mm-hmm. We are at 3 minutes and 52 seconds to the clock running, 56-28 for Madison. Fourth down and 10 for Central Lee. They're going to come out with Gaylord in the shotgun, Brisby beside him. You got you got Triples off to the right, including Rooney. And he's back to pass, rolls to the right. And he's going to be a keeper, and he's going to get...
He has the first down by a good amount.
I'll tell you what, Gaylord, he's a gamer.
We call it about a 14-yard gain, maybe.
Stretch this out, boy. That speed getting outside is
13-yard gain.
So Central Lee with that 13-yard gain is 3:28 to go as he ran out of bounds. Clock stopped. So first down and 10 from about the 17-yard line for Central Lee. Gaylord's under center. And he pitches back, and that's going to be Rudy. He's going to pass, halfback pass. And that's going to be in the end zone, incomplete.
So he's out of bounds, maybe? Maybe at a foot out of bounds there.
Well, I tell you, I think he just didn't come up with it. That should have been a touchdown. And it was like a halfback option pass. And right near the right corner of the end zone. And our defender was, and that was Shamor Red Donald, kind of got beat a little bit, then went back, and I think may have disrupted that a little bit. That ball should have been caught, I think. But that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 3:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Gaylord is under center. He's got trips back. Hands the ball off to Brisby, who goes right up the middle for little to nothing. Looks like Dalton Mabius was in on that. Yeah, there's more than one tackler on that one, no doubt. That defensive line just kind of wrapped up Brisby as he went up the middle.
Number 57, Daniel Sandals is run off the playing field, and he'll probably be done for the night just under 3 minutes ago. 2:50 and the clock is rolling. 56-28, Fort Madison over Central Lee.
Okay, we're sitting at 3rd down and 10. Gaylord is in the shotgun. Brisby behind him. He goes back to pass. He throws the ball out to the left side here. Goes off.
That was close.
He went off the tight end's hands. And there's 2 receivers out here, but that went off his hands. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 10 from the Fort Madison 17-yard line. So let's see what we're getting a stop and putting this game away.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, 2:35 to go. And a 56-28 lead. So Central Lee comes to the line. You got Gaylord under center. He's got triples in the back. 4th down and 10. One split on each side. Takes it. He's going back to pass. He's scrambling. He's getting off to the right-hand side. Let's see if he gets another first down on that. Well, I tell you, that's pretty close.
Out, but
it looks like he may have got a first down. I tell you, that kid, Gaylord, he's feeling every bit of it. He's feeling good, and he's doing an outstanding job. That speed and athleticism looks like it got him another first down. Holy cow. Quite a run. He was looking to pass. Now we're going to be down at about the 7-yard line, and 2:25 to go. First down and goal from the 7. You got Gaylord under center. He's got Brisby in the backfield along with another running back. He hands the ball off. Nope, he fakes it. He throws off to the left. That's out to the tight end for a touchdown. Beautiful fake. Beautiful pass.
Aaron Wills with the touchdown reception. Making it 56-34, pending the extra point here with 2:19 left in the game.
So Central Lee's going to go ahead and looks like they're going to set up for a extra point kick with 2:19 to go.
And nope, they're going to kick it, and the point is good. 56-35, 2:19 remaining in the game. For Madison up over Central Lee.
Okay, so Fort Madison, 2:19 to go. Get this ball, take care of it, and run this clock out. While we got a moment before kickoff, we're going to talk about our sponsors again. Please stop in at these locations. Tell them thanks for doing being our sponsors to make this all possible. To watch our Fort Madison football team play. We got Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Store, Mann's McDonald's, Rashid Drug, Sub Arena Sandwich Shop, Wonder Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, Midwest One Bank, and the Bloodhound Booster Club. Outstanding for our sponsors. And, boy, you have to see this place. If you've not had a chance to come out and watch this team play, they are exciting. They're fun to watch. We have a fantastic crowd. We've not lost very many fans over here. Exciting to watch from start to finish, Nick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it looks like even the fog's come to watch us play a little bit.
Getting a little hazy.
It's been a few days, or at least few nights into the morning time. We've had some fog going on this week, so.
Here's our kickoff. It's a little squig. Squig kick. Chance Red Donald picks it up at about the 20-yard line. And, boy, he does some punishing running. Gets it out over the 30-yard line. So Fort Madison will start 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line. I'm not sure how many timeouts Central Lee's used in this half, but
I know at least one.
But let's see how Fort Madison's going to do here. We got, for personnel, we have Alex Gully in the game.
Alex Gully still.
Chance
Red and Barker.
This looks like, are they going into a kneel down?
Maybe it's definitely still first team offense, but it looks like they're going to kneel it a couple times.
Victory formation with 2:14 to go.
I mean, you may as well. I know Central Lee's used at least one timeout this half, so timeout's not going to help them any. And they're going to call timeout now, so now it's really not going to help them any.
Really? Don't understand that, because the clock wasn't moving anyhow. So
a personnel issue, or are they just not sure what to do here?
Fort Madison was absolutely, Nick, in a victory formation with Chance Red Donald about 10 yards behind the quarterback, and a couple running backs right beside the quarterback to protect him. It looks like he was going to take it and kneel.
Absolutely. And if they have any timeouts left, they only have one left now, if any. So you can say this game's over, and you can say Fort Madison's going to improve to 2-0 on the season.
Wow, that's a wonderful thing to hear, isn't it?
Absolutely, and scoring 56 points in just one game, we scored in total 95 points, if that's right off the top of my head. In 2 games, that's victory formation. Absolutely, why not?
Yep. So Barker takes a snap and kneels down, unless that clock is going to run. So let's see if Central Lee's got a chance to stop it. Nope, looks like it's going to keep running. I don't know, maybe that coach over there, maybe just told him to finish this off if they didn't have any timeouts left, just after that one, just to, be classy. Because I tell you what, Central Lee has come in here, and they don't have the athletes. I mean, they've got good athletes, but Fort Madison looks like has more.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out here, and they gave it every bit of 4 quarters.
Absolutely. It was a tough fought game by both teams. And the score, again, 56-35, that, the way the game is played, late in the game, offense got exciting, but overall, I mean, you wouldn't expect it to be this far apart and this high scoring. The clock's down to about 1:20 left. And they're going to wait as long as they possibly can. They're going to kneel it again to 1:19 and counting here. Kneel on it probably one more time, and that'll do it.
Well, let's see what they're going to do here. Okay, now we're going under a minute to play, and again, let's give Fort Madison come out here, gave it 4 quarters. Central Lee came out, gave it the same, and respectful for both teams. They kept it pretty clean, and victory formation with about 40 seconds to go, and Barker's going to take a snap.
Wait as long as possible can. We're looking at about 30-second mark. That's what they're going to do.
Barker takes that snap, puts his knee down.
Under 25 seconds, and that is going to do it. 2-0 for the Bloodhounds to start the year. What a game.
I tell you what, you find stuff to be critical about, but I tell you what, you go out and put up 56 points against a pretty good darn team, and you got to be proud of them.
Absolutely.
This clock is now at 0, and we are at Fort Madison 56. Central Lee Hawks 35. Good victory for the Fort Madison Hounds. as they are meeting on the 50-yard line, shaking hands. Very respectful. We have our 2 weeks in a row, we've got our cheerleaders and a bunch of our student section running out on the field to meet up with the football players after they get done shaking hands with the Central Lee Hawk players.
Logan Allen and Dalton Navius, 2 seniors, they were the first ones to meet the student section and cheerleaders. It was an amazing sight to see.
Fort Madison had to rely a little bit more on the passing game tonight, but yet they made some big plays with it. But that strong running, boy, what a balanced attack. If you're another team coming in and trying to play this Fort Madison team, you got a lot to worry about.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This last year we were more of a kind of a run-first team. Didn't have a whole lot going for us, but this year we're mixing it up pretty well, and as you can see, by doing that, we put up 56 points against Central Lee, a team who made it to the playoffs last year, beat us by a pretty hefty amount last year. This year, we didn't stop them from scoring many points, but still, 56-35, beating them by 21 points here.
Well, that's a lot of talent when you got Gaylord and you got Rooney and Brisby and they got a big line. So, they're going to be successful on offense. And they scored on some big plays.
They never stopped trying. They gave it their all the whole time. You got to respect that.
So, just an outcome that when we started the night, we were hoping for another Bloodhound victory, 2 in a row. I don't know when I've been going to games here for quite a long time, and I haven't been able to say that too often. 2 Fort Madison victories in a row. And, Nick St. Clair, thank you so much for helping with this broadcast and everything you've done. And
it's been great.
It's going to be looking forward to another week next Friday.
Absolutely.
Okay, we
got to see. I'll get you some information regarding next week's game.
In the meanwhile, I tell you what, it's kind of hard to. It's easy to when you see a game like this and say, okay, so and so was a star, was the big star. This person was a big star. This was a team effort. Lennon Barker threw the ball really well. Alex Gully just held onto the ball. Him and Diego Lozano and just pounded that ball forward. On defense, you've got Chance Red Donald making interceptions. Tyler O'Toole. These guys, you forced them out of their running game with the score, and then made at least 4 interceptions, a couple fumble recoveries. Just outstanding play by and then the inner line for the offense and defense. When Barker was able to throw those long passes, he had plenty of time to do so. The linemen don't get enough credit on the offensive and defensive side, but boy, I tell you, they play their butts off and they play 2 ways. So, again, I want to thank everybody for listening to this broadcast and let everybody know.
Next week, the game is going to be in Oskaloosa. The Hounds will travel to Oskaloosa, play them again, 7:30.
And please let anybody know that if they see this broadcast, let them know that we're doing this. It's streaming live, plus it's also there during the week if you want to watch. And so if you don't get a chance to come out and watch us or travel with us to, like I said, Oskaloosa next week, then please watch the game. And we're going to thank our sponsors one more time. Com Communications, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Hy-Vee Food Store, Mann's McDonald's, Rashid Drug Store, Subarena Sandwich Shop, Wandrick Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Fort Colony Restaurant, Pizza Hut, Midwest One Bank, Bloodhound Booster Club. And thanks again for supporting us businesses and supporting the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. Again, on behalf of Nick St. Clair, I'm Bill Kester. Final score, Fort Madison 56, Central Lee 35. Fort Madison Bloodhounds off to a 2-0 start. We'll see you next week.